All right, so we got a lot of people on stage here, so let's introduce yourselves and go down the line.
I'm Adam O'Brien. I did Insane.
I'm Heather Dickey. I was in Massacre at Femur Creek.
I'm Kyle Hytonen. I directed Massacre at Femur Creek.
Shay Burrows, I did sound on Femur Creek.
I'm Jon. I made Woods. Hyatt.
I'm Kaylee LeGrand. I'm in Damn Selfie.
I shot John's Woods.
I'm Justin McConnell. I directed Damn Selfie.
I'm Brian Lockyer. I produced Malleus, Maleficarum.
I'm Darryl Shaw. I directed Greater Than, and Dana's here from Greater Than also, and my co-producers are here too.
Let's just jump right to questions from the audience.
Awesome.
Okay, good night. All right.
One that could be for, thank you. Shout out, look like that. A question that could be for anybody who wants to answer it. A lot of shorts are sort of field tests, and people will build on those to either make a webisode or a feature. Were your shorts intended as just shorts, or were you maybe going to expand on those concepts in the future?
You want to jump in?
Yeah, I want to. Oh, hi. Yeah, I want to try to do Femur Creek as a feature. So this is kind of like a little test ground for that. See what jokes work, what gags work, all that kind of stuff, and that kind of thing. So yeah, I'd like to try to do it as a feature. Anybody else? All shorts?
Pretty much.
Yeah, shorts all the way, man.
Insane was not meant to be a feature, but 3 producers came to me and asked me to do one. I think I'm gonna think about it, but we have other features and other projects before I'm gonna do this one. But definitely, yes, I think it could be a good opportunity to do this one.
Right after I finished shooting Damn Selfie with Justin, I fell in love with the idea and the character of this weird, horrible girl who is stuck in hell, not knowing about it, and I wanted to live her life. So if there's enough support to convince Justin to make a web series about a girl stuck in hell, not knowing how to deal with it, then yeah, he'll do it, I'm sure.
It's just a short to me. I could potentially expand it, but I feel like Chuck Palahniuk beat me to it with Damned and Doomed with his 2 books. So it may be, but probably not. Sorry. Okay, potentially.
I know Torin. I'm not quite sure where he is right now, but I know Torin has the idea to do an anthology with all of his shorts, including Fondue and another one he's doing now. So that will probably happen in the next couple of years when he gets enough films together.
This is for the Creek movie. I do apologize, I don't remember the name, even though it was just said.
Massacre at Femur Creek.
Massacre, thank you. I just wanted to say I love the style that you guys have, and I'm just curious on this point. How many joints did you guys have to roll for that movie?
Real ones or fake
Yes,
ones?
real ones.
Real ones was a couple a day to write the thing, but no joints were harmed in the making of this movie. That was all fake joints. He taught me how to roll joints way back in the day, actually. So he takes part of that credit.
Well, you fooled me. Thank you.
Oh, okay, good. Yeah, there was terrible herbal tobacco they were smoking in that movie. It was awful.
There's one thing that a lot of the shorts in comment on this program too is, one question I always get asked when doing press about the fest is like about what makes a Canadian film distinct. And a lot of the films shown tonight use, just a lot of outdoor environments. I mean, especially from the creek and woods, like that. Do you guys want to comment on just maybe working with the elements and things like that, or anything kind of challenges? Or I mean, yours was in like an insane asylum or something like that, or was it? Yeah, so it was like,
Mine is.
Well, my venue was made with an abandoned hospital in Montreal, so it was very tough to find one, but never used the outside for mine. Everyone used outside. Me, the only shot I did outside is CGI at the end, because well, it was -14 outside. It was winter, and it was cold as hell. And even the dummy, when we drop it, it froze. So is this serious? So it was supposed to have a pouch of blood behind, but instantly it froze. So everything is in CGI, and all the road was one of the biggest road we can have in Montreal. So what we have is I need to black everything, so the tree, the everything, even the wall, it's not there. So we did pretty much everything in post-production for that, but everything else was inside because it was cold as hell.
Well, first of all, as an actor, thank you for not making your actors work outside in -14. Much appreciated. No, Kyle hasn't done that. The only part I was involved for outside was on the road. And the only challenge there was that we had a permit to shoot on the road, but there were still cars, like traffic coming through. So especially towards the end, when Jon, who plays the Shape, and I were covered in blood, we'd have to be like, car, and then basically go hide in the woods with our backs to everybody so nobody would call the cops on us. But that was about it.
Yep. Hey, shooting in the woods is cheap locations, free locations. What can you say? Can't beat that.
Yeah, we actually shot on a location in my brother's place, and it was weird because it would like when rain, it gets really cold, it gets really shitty, so it can be pretty hard sometimes to shoot in the woods. But at nighttime, like after we shot some of the stuff, there would be like everyone would leave, and then my brother told me before I left, he's like, "Oh, the woods is actually haunted." And then I'd be like, "What the fuck are you talking about? It's fucking haunted." And so everyone would leave, I'd be looking out the window after I played that fucking role, just looking out there, being like, you know, and he's like there's like a woman that walks around the woods. That was probably the scariest thing. Shooting out in the woods, but other than that, this is fucking great.
I didn't have to shoot in the woods for Damn Selfie. I sat in Anchor Bay Studios, so I was well comforted and well fed.
Yeah, they had climate control, it was good.
They had climate control.
Yeah, that question was aimed at you.
You guys talked about it.
Yeah, but he said everything about it. We got rain on a little bit for one shot. That was it.
We actually just drove around looking for a location, and we knocked on their door and asked them for the main location, and they let us shoot there. And it was funny because they didn't own the house, they were just renting. And the people who owned the house, we had to call them and get permission, and they actually had 2 horses who were, if you look at the shot from by the house looking out towards where the victim is, about 15 feet to the left there were 2 horses the entire time. So we had to make sure that they stayed in that pasture, because if they came over where we were, obviously, we were going to have to deal with horses. So it's, they're actually technically, I guess, in the movie, but they're not, because they were there the whole time.
We were mostly interior, shot all around Niagara Falls.
Except for the helicopters.
Oh, right. Oh, yeah, there's an exterior scene.
For Massacre at Femur Creek, what were some of your challenges for shooting outside?
Shooting outdoors in the woods is always tricky. I'm sure for sound guys it's probably pretty tricky dealing with, because we were still kind of close to the highway, so that was a big part of it. Airplane noise, and then lugging all the equipment out to that location. That was probably like about a 1 kilometer hike into that spot there, just so that we could be secluded and we wouldn't have hikers walking through or kids playing or stuff like that. So yeah, that was one of the biggest challenges, and then lighting it at night as well was another challenge.
Oh, good.
Thank you. Well, thank the DPs.
Well, how long was your shoot? How many shoot days?
5 shoot days plus a pickup day, so 6, I guess.
That was good. Looked good.
Thank you.
I was wondering what special effects, like for the woods and like just like any information at all.
Well, how to make special effects?
No. I mean, like well, like how much it ate into your budget, or is it?
Well, I was really lucky. I knew a guy who just reached out and did it.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard shooting special effects because you have to kind of know in your head and storyboard it and things like that beforehand. And, you know, we kind of wanted to make a sci-fi where there wasn't so much special effects. You know, the whole film was like green screen. So, you know, most people, when they talk about the future, they always like, you know, everything's going to be different and all that kind of stuff. And people, I guess, like 40 years ago, when we talked about the future now, they'd be like, people would be on flying cars. But it never happened. Like, people still have fucking teapots, you know what I mean? So that's kind of how we did Woods, you know. But there'll be minor things, you know, kind of like, the screen just appearing and things on the eyes. But those are kind of minor effects. They're not crazy. We've been in some other film fests going up against other kind of horror sci-fis, and it's crazy. Like they have like spaceships and all this shit. There's no hope, But yeah, anybody else has effects?
Yeah, a total of 38 shots of visual effects in the movie. We tried to do most of it mechanic on set. My actress also do the ghost is just here, Megan is just here, and she's a trooper, okay? Wearing all the things on her, and the poor Ken I wears freezing. It was thank you. But it was tough because one thing I wanted to do, what I wanted to try is I needed to do plates for the visual effects. So what I did is some shots are fixed, okay? One pass, nothing. Second shot I was only with the camera, just doing that with points in the air, so I can track the movement after that of the shots. I needed one shot of her at 20 frames per second, just walking toward me. After that, I need to another shot at 4 frames per second for 10 minutes, just shaking like hell like this. At the end, I use it one time, that thing. But each shot you see her, I did that process. After that, what we did is I had is ink and water in front of the green screen, and we had 3 layers just surrounding her. So that's why we can have an effect of 3D around. After that, we have a matte painting and CGI, and just erase my visual effects guy at the post-production house where I was, scream at me and say, next time, do more plates, because she was there, and say, oh, no, don't need her, she can stay. Yes, it would be more beautiful, she can disappear. Yes, but I don't have a shot, I don't have the plate behind. So erase it and matte it each frame by frame. It took 6 months. At one guy. Freebie. So, huh?
Est-ce que c'était ton frère ou cousin?
No, it was not my cousin, not at all. No, it's a company called Fake Studio, okay, who did all the visual effects for Jean-Marc Vallée, all his movies, while the next movie, Demolition and everything. I worked there as a director, so they've been kind to say, here's the facility, do whatever you want. Say, yeah, don't say that twice to me. So yes, there's a lot of visual effects, yeah.
That's beautiful.
Thank you.
Massacre, what was the inspiration for half the humor, especially like, that's right, panicked?
Well, those 2 guys that played the leads, the guy in the yellow shirt and the red shirt, they're stand-ups here in Toronto. Go check them out, yucks. And the script would give them basically, he rips the guy's dick off and they panic, and they kind of just ad-libbed most of their lines. So I can't take any credit for that. I'd like to, but most of that was all them. Just kind of doing their bits and throwing the best stuff out there and trying to keep the best takes from the ones that we didn't crack up when they were doing it, and that's basically what it was. But the humor was as broad as it could possibly be. It's a dick and fart horror movie, basically.
Darryl, tell us about the story for Greater Than. It was such an unusual premise and interesting like that too. It's like, what was the inspiration of it? I see you have your limbs, so obviously it wasn't completely autobiographical.
No, we didn't talk about special effects because we amputated everybody. So actually, Dana's here. She should probably answer this question. She was there for the inception of the idea. Dan and I took a walk and just figured we wanted to put a couple actors we knew together. Dana, what?
Yeah, we took a walk in the cemetery, and that's how we decided to cut people's limbs. That was the inspiration.
Yeah, just basically grew out of that. Talked about the kind of character, and then we tried to put a world behind that character.
Justin, what was your
The Cavco and OMDC process is what my inspiration was, which is basically the Canadian Tax Credit Board, all the filing you have to do, and my mom's an accountant too. If you actually look in that guillotine device, the forms that she's reaching for are actually the Cavco top sheet. I just edited the actual information on it. So, yeah, I don't know, I was kind of bothered by the bureaucracy of that whole system, and that was like loose inspiration. That's kind of where it came from.
Oh, I have a question for you with that.
Sure.
What triggers your tax credits with a short?
Oh, you need to get a TV sale, basically.
So you do have to get.
Yeah, that happened with an older short I made. I made like, I don't know, almost half my budget back. I mean, because you can, but yeah, you need a TV sale of some sort, Moviola or somebody like that. Channel Zero, you sell it to What Media and they'll resell it to somebody and then that'll help you.
Oh, okay, that'll be
Yeah.
right.
Yep.
I really hope you're coming to the BIT seminar at Sunday about film distribution. I think you'll really enjoy that. Actually, since we have a lot of filmmakers here, I'm going to do a little plug about that. We have a filmmaker coming from Montreal, Chloe Belrand. She's had 3 films that she's sold worldwide, and she goes to Cannes and AFM and all those kinds of marks. It was kind of, I know it's a lot of a big mystery for a film. It's hard to get, you're here and what are the next steps of it. And so it's a really good seminar. Since I have a lot of filmmakers here, I just wanted to kind of plug that. It's 1:45 on Sunday and it's only $5, so it's really worth your time coming in.
So on Saturday?
On Sunday at 1:45.
I have a question for the audience. Who wants to win a Femur Creek t-shirt? Okay. Answer this question. The opening scene with our lovely actress Heather, the hitchhiker scene. What movie did I rip off? Oh.
Friday the 13th, the final chapter.
Yes!